Hi everyone. Today is day 22 of the 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, number 10. And my photo is, or my sketch is this, and it's by Katie Taylor. And it's got a mat, it's got journaling around the edges, it's got 4 different papers on the inside. One of them actually repeats for the border. And did I say it's got journaling around the outside? And it's got 3 pictures, a title down here, and little flags right here, and kind of a circular shape, well, just coming out one edge. I will not be doing that. And I think that's it. And I said it was by Katie Taylor. And I love this sketch. It's perfect for what I'm gonna do. And I am using pictures of Alex. She's the girl twin. And it was so funny because her mom was, they were going for a walk at their grandma's house. This is before when they still lived in Washington. And they're walking along, and she had noticed her shadow previously. And so her mom's going, "Who's that with you?" Or she says, "Who's that?" And so that's, in this picture, she just stops. And then this picture, she turns around, like very purposeful with her feet stomping each foot and looks at it. And then she says, her mom says something about her being with her. And then she decides she's gonna try to run away from her. And so she takes off running, and she only ran maybe, 4 to 6 feet or something like that. And then she turns around and looks way behind her, so she doesn't actually see her shadow here. It was just so cute. So this was actually clips from the video. So those are the photos I'm using. And that's the story. And my letters are from Paper Studio. And it's gonna say, "Who's that?" And my papers are from Mintay, and I'm using the Kitty collection. But I'm also going to use some butterflies and a keyhole from the Shabby, the book collection, or whatever they call it, from the Shabby Book, I guess. So I'm using a keyhole and some of the butterflies from that same collection. I'm also going to be using, I've actually cut some of the things from here, and this is the peachy pink one. And so I am using the plaid as a background, and on the other side of the plaid is this floral. So I cut it out to use that as my center here, and I need to get a new blade. So around the edge, I'm using a quote from Peter Pan, and it says, "After all, one can't leave his shadow lying about and not miss it sooner or later. Don't you agree?" And so I was able to get that around here 3 times. Oh, and I love it just like that. These papers are just so gorgeous. And then I'm using this peach one, which is the one I cut some of those little characters out of. And so I'm going to be using that here. The plaid one, which is also the floral, I had another piece, so I cut that. I don't have this whole collection. I think I might have every paper, or almost every paper, and I didn't have the cut aparts. And so this plaid, which is the outside, I'm going to be using here. And then there was a piece in there that's kind of cut like a tag, like it looks like it would be a giant tag. And oh, I used the Knockouts by American Crafts to cut this. And in the sketch they had like a bracket, and I didn't have a way, well, I think I could have made a bracket on my Cricut, but I I figured not much of it is gonna show, and I kind of like the idea of putting something girly like a scallop in a plaid. So that's what I decided to do for that. And then I'm gonna put this here because this is just following the sketch. It will be like this. And then these little banners, they had originally in the sketch, it was like this. But then I'm covering up part of my my wording, my quotes. So I'm actually just gonna bring it down here, and I cut them. I had them a little bigger, and I cut them a little smaller just to put there. And then I am going to put the title down here, just like in the sketch. Now in the sketch there was 3 pictures. I'm gonna use 4. And I'm gonna kind of stagger them. They were staggered in the sketch too, the 3, but I'm gonna just be staggering them slightly because I'm using 4. And so that's my basic sketch, and then I'll be embellishing. And and I will do this off camera. I use this punch and just cut, you know, like 1/3, or I guess it would be 1/4 out of there. And this is a 1.313, and it's by Little B. Let's see, I'm trying to tell you everything that I'm using. I'm gonna I punched out some flowers with this little 0.375 that I picked up at Joann's, and this was $1, and this is my favorite little flower punch. And I'm also, since the quote is from Peter Pan, I am going to be using Tinkerbell, and so I think I've told you everything that's going to be in here. Oh, I may use, well, I am going to use some of this twine, and this is from Hobby Lobby, and it was from Easter, and I got it like for half price or less. But I'll tell you, this stuff, I've never seen anything fray as fast as this does. And if anybody's got a trick to fix the fraying, I ended up putting glue on this before I cut it. And then you just got to remember right where the glue is at. So I'm going to glue this down, and I will be right back. Okay, I've got the base here. Now it's just time for embellishing. So I've got the story laid out like if you were reading a comic, how they just have them in order there. And I love this. I think that's adorable. Okay, so I have I cut this out from the paper, the other side of this. And she's the one who's into rabbits. In fact, I'm sure her rabbit is in her little backpack that she's walking with. And I've got it all up on dimensionals. And I'm gonna just kind of put it down here. I don't want them to come over the wording or over her shadow. Okay, so that's good there. Okay, and then I have a little bow that I made, and I'm gonna just put it right here on the plant pot. And eventually that will dry. Okay, and then I have this little keyhole, since Tinkerbell found Peter Pan's shadow in Wendy's drawer, and she went through the keyhole to get it. So I'm going to put that up at the top. And Tinkerbell is from Jolie's. And so I'm going to put it kind of here. I want to make sure I don't go over the title again. Or I mean the writing, the quote. Okay, and I'll have her there. And I've got a butterfly too. And so I'm going to put one down here. I think I'll put them like that. Or do I want them reverse? I'm kind of balancing out the colors. So I think I'll put the decisions. Made all these decisions and I can't decide on this one. Okay, I think I'm going to put the peachy one. Actually, it's more of a pinky. This is a little darker pinky peach. And I put dimensionals underneath the wings, and then I just glue down the body part. And that way they look like they're in flight. And hopefully they won't get smashed by the page protectors, since I have them with the dimensionals there. Maybe I'll push these up just a little bit more. And then I have these little dots that were in amongst these little characters. And so I'm going to kind of put them up through here. So I'm just going to kind of, maybe one here. Kind of make them look like, I don't know if they're like little like bubbles. I mean, because they look like bubbles to me. So I'm just going to kind of do this and kind of go by size so they get smaller as you go up. Excuse me. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Still messing with these butterflies. Okay. So I'm just going to put the butterfly, let's see, I'm going to have the butterfly kind of like it's flying away, because Tinkerbell is going to be at this other end, looking like she's going to go into the keyhole. And she's got like little fairy dust following her. And she's adorable. Okay, I did have some little flowers punched out, but I just don't see where I'm going to put them. So I think I'm just going to go right to the Enamel Dots. Now these are from, let's see, My Mind's Eye Happy Days. And I'm going to use these turquoisey ones. And I'm just going to put them around in my little clusters. These are a real nice size too. Okay, and maybe I'll just do, now by Tinkerbell, I think I'm just going to use a couple. There's 3 in my group. my cluster there, so I think I'm just gonna do 2, maybe put this one up here, because that way I've got 5. And then I think I'm gonna stick a couple on here, or I'll put 3, because I feel like it needs something over there. I just didn't know what. And I'm staying really close to the sketch because it's perfect for this picture, I think. So these pictures. So I really like it. I think it's just right. Okay, so I will have close-ups at the end. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow with day 23. And remember to check out the people below. There'll be a link where you can watch all of them that have videos, or view all of them that have photos. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.